Okay, we are live, and we were just talking about the screen share. So we're going to go to Chrome tab, and we're going to go to BriFitDance YouTube, and I'm going to say share, and that's how we can share it, just like that. And we can go like this, and it goes full screen, just like that. Okay, and then we can click on this, and it goes back to the main feed. And that's how we do it. That's how we do it on the channel. And the lovely BriFitDance is here in the house, and her website,
Bree in the house.
BriFitDance.com, BriFitDance.com, just like that. And we're going to talk a little bit about the signet ring idea again. We're going to talk, of course, about watches. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. There's been some controversy on. Oh, bring that up. Bring up my Facebook. And let's bring up that thread, and we'll talk about it, later.
Can we talk about the Twitter thread too?
Yeah, let's talk about the Twitter thread too. You can bring that up on another tab, so we have these available in whatever tabs we need. And it should be, if you go down to the notifications, it should be one of those notifications where this guy commented on it. Maybe you'll be able to find it that way. So just take your time. And Boozer's in the house, and he says, "Dope hat on the fleek." What's a fleek? Is that a hipster term?
Yeah, like it's hot, like it's cool.
Okay. Yeah, it pops. The Grand Seiko hat pops. So that's how that works.
Yep.
And and I have some news. I have some news on the channel. I probably should wait a little bit and break the news, but I'm going to break some news on the channel here in a little while. And so, maybe we should show this thread while we're waiting for people to come in. How does it start? Go up to the top. Let's show the start. Okay, so see, some people take some stuff too seriously. I tweeted this Facebook memory from 4 years ago where I shared that Bitcoin had just hit $4,000.
That was a big deal.
And I said it was a big deal back then.
Did you buy some?
Yeah, I said, did you buy some? Now at more than 40,000, and some thinks it's too late to buy cheap Bitcoin. And I said, keep in mind, some were saying that when it hit $10. I'll put it this way. I'm still holding my Bitcoin. You can learn more at, and then I gave a link. Now scroll down. We got some comments on that. So we got somebody that says, like everything, this can change at any time. That's the risk you take. And then I replied, I said, the real risk is not owning Bitcoin. And then he replied, no, the risk is owning it at this point. Then I replied, time will tell the tale. We'll check back in 2025. Then some do-gooder comes in and says, be very careful.
Altcoins.
Yeah. Well, this guy talking about altcoins, I said, no, you better watch that. I mean, they come and go. That I'd be very careful on the altcoins. But anyway, this guy came in, James Lewis, and said, be very careful. It could be seen as you are recommending, and you do not have a license to do so. Unless you have a Series 66 or 65 FINRA license, you can tell people what you did, but can't say things like you should buy this, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So anyway, first of all, Bitcoin doesn't care about regulations, okay? So that's step one. Bitcoiners don't care about regulations, okay? But I've always been very clear on the channel, and always very clear when I talk about Bitcoin, that, it's risky. It goes up and down in price. But every day that it survives, it's less risky. And we know with 100% certainty that fiat currency, US dollars, have lost value, about 97% of the purchasing power in the last 100 years. So we know it's being devalued, that you're losing money if you keep your money in fiat. So I choose to put money in Bitcoin, okay? And I think that it is a good move. And so if people want to take that as financial advice, that's their problem. If they buy it and have weak hands and they sell at a loss, that's really their problem. I'm all about personal responsibility. And guess what? They can't confiscate my Bitcoin. Nobody can confiscate my Bitcoin. It is secure. Thank you. I'm my own bank. I don't rely on banks. I'm my own bank. Uh, Position size is the key, not the
weed weather.
What does that mean?
Position size.
How much Bitcoin you have? Is that it? Nice little pump today,
Yeah,
Boozer.
pumped a little bit.
And whoops, fat finger. Last comment. Okay, I got it. He made a little typo. All right, so so yeah, I mean the thing is they can sit on the sideline. These no coiners can continue to sit on the sideline as long as they want. They can come into Bitcoin anytime they want. That's the beauty of Bitcoin is it's a voluntary network. You come into Bitcoin voluntarily and buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know, I've never heard of anybody putting a gun to somebody's head and say, you must buy Bitcoin.
Not yet.
People come in, well, they're going to put a gun to your head and try to take your Bitcoin, but they're probably not going to put a gun to your head and try to get you to buy it.
To buy it now,
but yeah, to take it, yeah, that's coming. Those days are coming, and so, but yeah, it's a voluntary network and it's a peaceful network. Bitcoin is going to consume all other investments. It's going to consume all that money. All that money is going to flow from art, antique cars, watches, all kinds of things. That money, the vast majority of it, all is all going to flow into Bitcoin. It's like a black hole, right? And it's voluntary. That money flows in voluntarily. Without a shot fired, it is going to disrupt the financial world as we know it. Mark my words on that. And so far, I've been 100% correct on everything. I'm batting 1,000. That's what they call a batter that bats perfect. 1,000.
But you're gonna actually bet 1,000 that you're perfect.
I just bought another $1,000 worth of Bitcoin the other day. I posted it on my Twitter.
Oh yes.
Can you bring up my Twitter? We can show. I posted. I just bought some. I was just testing out an app, the Strike app, and just testing it out when I hadn't bought another 1,000. Craig, this reminds me. I have a question. What advice would you give in regards to BTC to someone born today? Get as much as you can, as quick as you can. There may come a day when it's going to be very hard to get Bitcoin. With Biden's infrastructure bill, they can regulate. Yeah, but they can't regulate Bitcoin. That's the beauty of it. They can't touch Bitcoin. And it's funny because they can write all the laws they want, right? But they have no reach. They can't. There's no CEO of Bitcoin that they can haul in front of Congress and say, hey, you got to do this, that, and the other thing, right? There is no CEO. So it's like, you know, they have no jurisdiction over Bitcoin. So yeah, here it is. This is the deposit. Okay, but that was showing that my deposit, and then this one here on the right, down at the right, that's the actual purchase. So click on that. Yeah, that's the actual purchase. So I purchased 0.05 Bitcoin for $2,236. And what was the date of that? Scroll up. Yeah. So that was a reply. Oh, so that on August 12th. Yeah, that was the date.
August 12th.
Yeah, August 12th.
That was yesterday.
So that was yesterday. Yeah. So we just bought some more Bitcoin yesterday. That's how that whole thing works, folks.
Doesn't matter how much it is.
I don't care. What do I care? I'm just getting more Bitcoin. These folks can be no coiners. These folks can be no coiners if they want. You know, it's a free world. They could be no coiners if they want. But I've got the Bitcoin ring on right here. Okay. And I actually have the Bitcoin. So, but I did lose it all in a boating accident. That Bitcoin I bought yesterday, there was a terrible boating accident yesterday afternoon.
Oh my
God. And I lost all of it. So that's how that works. Taylor's in the house. How did your fit dancing and Bitcoin get connected in the first place? BriFitDance in the house. She dances for Bitcoin.
I dance for Bitcoin, and it all started with the Sailor video that went viral.
Sailor Bitcoin Bull.
Sailor Bitcoin Bull music video. He had purchased $425 million worth of Bitcoin.
Boozer says Craig, would Bree get a thrashing if you find Ethereum in her portfolio? Did somebody sent you Ethereum, didn't they? But you couldn't get it. Didn't they send you some Ethereum, but you couldn't get it?
It was Tether.
Tether or something. They sent you something, but you couldn't actually get
I never got it swapped.
Yeah.
I wanted to swap
they can
Bitcoin
donate
for it.
They can donate Ethereum to you.
Or like yeah.
Yeah, they can donate Ethereum to you.
Oh yeah, they can.
What would you do if you got Ethereum?
Swap it for Bitcoin. Everything has to be for
where
Bitcoin.
can you get those GS hats? Nice. I got mine from Steve at Little Treasury Jewelers.
Yeah.
Is Steve taking Bitcoin for payment these days? Not yet, as far as I know. Okay, let's take the ticker off. Let's take the ticker off because that people said that gets annoying. But let's put the ticker up real quick of his event. His event is October 8 and 9, 8 and 9, littletreasury.com. I'll let that go one more time, and then we'll take that down.
8 and 9.
And then if we remember, we'll put it up at the end of the show.
Probably won't. Forget
so I don't think that he's set up yet to he's moving slow. He's moving slow these days on things, but that's okay. He's been busy. Let's see. What happened with your channel?
It's back.
I think it's back completely, right?
It's back completely. On my phone, it was like...
So it worked out good. Yes.
There were no videos.
Thanks for all your help, guys. I'm agnostic on BTC, but own it. Only put the amount of dollar I can tolerate losing into it. Well, think about it. If you leave your money in fiat currency, you're definitely going to lose that. There's no doubt you're going to lose the purchasing power of that over time. Bitcoin, we'll see. I'm still confused what you mean by boating accident.
Yeah, we got to
That's a meme. That's like a thing in Bitcoin where, like, for example, let's say you own a lot of Bitcoin, right? And your wife decides to divorce you, right? And she drags you into divorce court. Okay. What you tell the judge is, I would love to give my wife half of the Bitcoin, but I lost it in a boating accident. Okay. And the thing about Bitcoin is there's no way that they can prove that you have the Bitcoin, right? Unlike a bank account where they can go to the bank.
They can go into your phone and look at your wallets?
If you're smart, if you have it handled correctly, no, they can't. I mean, we can talk about that offline, how you protect your Bitcoin.
I see.
But the bottom line is you have sovereignty over your Bitcoin, and you can control access to it. Whereas if you have any other asset, just about any other asset, a house, the bank, the judge can come in and take that house away from you, right? The courts. If you have money in a bank account, they can freeze your bank account, right? You don't have custody of those assets. If you have gold bullion in some safety deposit box, they can get a court order and go in and drill your safety deposit box, right? If you got it buried in your backyard, they can bring a metal detector in your backyard and dig up the gold, right? Bitcoin is the only asset that you can have sovereign control over your own Bitcoin. Okay. It's the only thing. Now, if you have like a hardware wallet and a password and so with that hardware wallet, and you're on a boat somewhere and it gets rough and you're showing it to your friend and you hit a wave and all of a sudden that goes overboard, right? I mean, that might be it. Your Bitcoin can be gone just like that in a boating accident. It can absolutely happen. And there's no way the judge can say that it didn't happen. Is my point. Funny. I think it's funny. Craig, will you ever sell your Bitcoins? Will you be buried with the treasures? No, I'm hoping that Brianna is going to be able to take custody of the Bitcoin and keep them safe because she has a very strong hand, a stronger hand than me. She doesn't even consider selling her Bitcoin ever. I mean, I've thought about it a couple times here and there, but she doesn't even think about it. She's just like totally no way. Yeah. And Kyle says cold storage
for life.
Yeah.
100 years.
All right. So what else are we going to
1,000 years.
show here? What did we have that we were going to show? And
Uh,
then I'm going to talk about the signet rings because I have news. I have breaking news here on the channel. Oh, let's show your ravens. This is the shorts you have on right now
yep.
that
Baltimore
you
Ravens.
got them at the
GW store.
GW store and they were like mint condition. Absolutely mint. I think somebody bought them and they actually didn't fit them. And
These
so
are actually a little bit loose on me.
which is the way it should be. They shouldn't be too tight on you.
And
Yeah.
these were new
This
clothes
is all for
with the
working out.
waist chain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
these
that
are
top.
just,
I like the back of that top.
yeah, me too. This is Under Armour.
Yeah, that was a good find. Well done. 2 thumbs up. Okay.
Only Stunning watches.
Brianna is
watch.
hot
Good work.
storage. Hot storage.
Hot storage. Thank you.
Brianna is adorable. She's adorable. You should try to get a ring on her finger.
Oh, I
She
got
d-
it. I got a ring, but it's not.
but it's not on
It's
the
not
engagement. It's not on the engagement finger. Yes, and Lance sent 2 watches to look at. We're going to look at those after we
Okay.
do the thingamajig. Craig, at what point do you want to start spending like there's no tomorrow? I have a lot of the things I need, but I did order, okay, this is a good segue. I did order one of the signet rings. I made a contact, and we're going to talk about this because this is exciting. This is an exciting announcement on the channel. Craig, I know I offered to
take care
of your O2 when you pass, but I'm starting to think Lance would appreciate it more, but he has to make sure not to get it polished. Yeah, you don't want to get it polished. Okay, so I was looking around YouTube and I stumbled across this channel. Let's bring up his website. And it is what is it? Change you can wear. Change you can wear. And it's really cool. This guy makes these rings. Click on the gold coin rings. He makes these rings out of a gold coin. And it's really cool the process. His website does load a little stuff, but it's really cool the process that how he makes these things. So if you get a chance, check out the video. So I was looking at that, and it was intriguing. And then I started noodling around, and I found that he also makes signet rings, bespoke signet rings. And the guy does amazing work. He's out in Oregon. I talked to him on the phone, and he is coming up with a design for a ring, a custom-made ring for us that's going to have the Bitcoin symbol on the top, similar to this ring here. It's going to be an 18 karat gold. It's going to be unlike this one. It's not going to be hollow inside, right? It's all going to be all solid. It's going to be made right. It's going to be made like a high-end signet ring. And it is going to be, each one is going to be numbered like we talked about before. It's going to have the number on the side. And so mine is going to be ring number 1. And so I gave him the go ahead. I sent him a deposit. He's going to work up the design, and he said it might be ready in as little as 2 weeks.
Whoa.
As little as 2 weeks.
That's fast.
But I think the 2 weeks starts running on Monday, and I don't think he's going to do a video about it. I talked to him about that, and he said that he doesn't think his subscribers are that interested in Bitcoin. So I don't know if he's going to do a video, but anyway,
it would educate people.
Yeah, I think he should, but anyway, it's a whole thing. But so I think that this is going to be pretty exciting. I think it's going to be a nice looking piece. And I mean, if some of the subscribers want a ring, if they want a ring, I don't know how we're going to handle distribution yet. I haven't gotten that far down the road. I'm going to wait until I get ring number 1 and make sure that it's a stunner. And then we're going to figure out if we're going to distribute them through Little Treasury, or if we're going to do a direct thing where you get them direct from Change You Can Wear. But it's basically a bespoke piece my first ring is going to cost more than the subsequent rings because he has to do the design and all that. And so the people that buy the rings after me, the person that gets ring number 2, ring number 3, they're actually going to pay less. So I'm going to pay more.
But you're number 1.
Number 1, yeah. And so the significance of a low numbered ring. Let's bring up that picture of the limousine. We talked about this before, about low number license plates, and you can see here on the limo, you can see that it has 1239, and then I had on another car that I had, my Mercedes, I had 1238. See if you can bring up the picture of the Mercedes. Go back to that album. Go to the album, Craig's old photos. Yeah, and see if you can find the picture of the Mercedes. The Mercedes-Benz where we can see that number on it. And it's that picture where it's in the driveway. Oh, let's show them the Rover too. It had a low number tag on it. Let's show them that one. So here, the Rover, I had 1545 on that. And the way they handled low number tags, see if you can find the Mercedes. The way they handled the low number tags in Virginia is they literally had 2,000 folders in the commissioner's office. The commissioner of the well, that one has 1238, the Pontiac, right there.
1593.
No, 1593. Okay, so that's another number. 1593 was on the Pontiac.
God.
Okay.
That's Virginia.
And so now go and find the Mercedes. And so anyway, the secretary of the commissioner of motor vehicles, she actually was in charge of the filing cabinet. There were 2,000 folders in these filing cabinets, and they had a folder for each tag number. And of course, number 1, the governor had, number 2, the lieutenant governor, and so on down the list, right? And so I always pestered her to get low number tags whenever one came up available. And so at one time I had like 4 or 5 of them, and a friend of mine had one. And so you don't see the Mercedes there, huh?
No.
Must have been in another folder.
Another album.
Search Mercedes. See if you can find it. Okay. I don't remember how we found that one. If we found it by searching Mercedes. Okay. Yeah, there it is right there, that picture. All right. So anyway, so I used to pester her. There's the Mercedes 300D with 1238 on it. Yeah. So the lowest I got was that one. That's the lowest I was ever able to get was 1238. And what was neat about, and I had 1239 on the limo and so on. And what was neat about the tags is they literally were not in the DMV's normal computer system. They were totally separate in this filing cabinet system. And the secretary of the commissioner of motor vehicles, she was the only one that had access to all that, and she took care of all that.
It's kind of like
Bitcoin. If you ever got pulled over, like we were pulled over one time in the limo, we were headed out to Annapolis actually, and we got pulled over, and almost never did we get pulled over, but we did one time. And so this guy, ran the tags, and he actually had me walk back, and I sat in the passenger seat, and he ran the tags, and it comes up on his computer, VIP use only, do not delay, in emergency situations only, contact the commissioner's office.
Oh my God.
So this guy looks at this stuff, comes up on the screen, right? And he says, please just try to slow it down a little bit,
That's it.
You're in Maryland here, try to slow it down a little bit, right? And we were going like 90, I think, when he stopped us. Anyway, so and pulling the jet boat behind us, right? So yeah, that's how we rolled. So that was kind of cool to have those special issue tags out of Virginia. Let's see what else. Lance said that
he's got some emails.
He said, don't worry, I would not polish it. It's best to keep watches in their original condition. There you go. Smart man. All right, let's go ahead and pull up what he's got here to see. Oh, yeah. I like it.
Cool.
Not a big fan of steel and gold. I'd rather have either all steel or all gold, but I mean that is a looker. That's a good looker. And the GMT is always a good all around sport piece. And of course, I like the older style cases. I'm not a big fan of the super case. So yeah, how much is it?
Oh,
9,800. But it's an auction, so we don't know what it's going to be bid up to.
Yeah.
We don't know. I mean,
but
what it's going to sell for.
21.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. Okay, what's next? Lance always comes up with some nice pieces to look at.
Yes. An Omega. He likes Omegas.
Yeah, well, I don't blame him. And this one's a quartz. Okay. Come that picture's upside down. There you go. This one has to be pretty affordable.
Has to be.
Oh, what's the size of it?
500.
What's the size of it? Does it say?
No.
Doesn't say. I wonder what Lance, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments if you think that this is a 36 mil watch. Let us know. That, I mean, that show the picture of the back taken off so we can see the movement from the back, the quartz. Because you know everybody raves about how great the 9F is finished, but these are pretty good too. These, see, that's pretty solid looking in the back there. But they don't have the separation between the battery compartment and the main mechanism like the 9F is famous for. The 9F has some pretty big advantages. So I don't know, for 500, I think I'd rather put a few hundred more with that and get something, a Grand Seiko with a 9F. But that, and that looks like it has some corrosion back there in the back there. So I don't know. I'll have to give some thought to that one. But $500, that's a pretty good price.
Says 35 millimeter,
okay.
0.5 millimeter case.
Craig, did you air a rerun yesterday about Bitcoin changing the world? Yeah, I put a clip up. That's right. That was something that I did like back in like 2017. So yeah, that was a rerun of that. And you know, basically bringing people up to date of a lot of that I talked about still applies today. It said 36 mil. Okay. And Lance says it's 35.5. So it's going to be close. Yeah. It's going to be about that size. This reminds me, I had a nightmare inside of my I had a nightmare. The inside of my 005 was flooded with water. Oh yeah. That would be one. Absolutely. Now speaking of nightmares, we already saw how some people react. Let me cut to this one here. How some people react when they see a tutor. Yeah, like this is an example here.
It looks like somebody's nightmare.
Yeah, so
it looks like somebody's nightmare.
Yeah, so she said it looks like somebody's nightmare, and that was referring to a tutor. And then this is another comment with regard to a tutor.
It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, so I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell you guys, but those are the kind of comments that we're getting with regard to all that. Let's see what else we can show. Let's show the 002 starting up, the startup of the 002. Okay, I'm going to start up the spring drive. I'm going to wind it, and you're going to see there right at the beginning, it goes about double speed for maybe 4 seconds or so, and then it slows down once the regulator kicks in, and then you get that smooth flow of the spring drive second hand that just. All right, and so let's show the flex it. Let's show the faux pay bracelet flexing. How cool is that? How cool is that? And then, of course, there's Michael Saylor on Bitcoin.
So, Michael, what would you say is the biggest existential threat to Bitcoin, if there is one?
I don't think there is. I think that Bitcoin is going to be the emergent, strong money store of value asset in the 21st century.
So
no risk at all.
That's pretty good. He says, I don't think there are any threats. This guy's a billionaire. What does he own? $2.5 billion worth right now? You know, of Bitcoin. This guy is a rocket scientist. He is the smartest guy in the room. Michael Saylor, research him. Don't take my word for it. Research the guy. MIT on a scholarship. You know, this guy's an actual rocket scientist, you know, and so yeah, he said, we're there. We're there. Bitcoin is freedom, and that's what it is. Triforce Rich is in the house. Okay, we got another email on a bug out vehicle. And Kyle says, I think some people thought it was a live show yesterday. Yeah, they did. Craig, I think I solved your bug out vehicle problem. Send an email. Okay, we'll look at that. Triforce, what did I miss? Did I miss anything? Have we done a time check? Talked about Made in USA and why GS is so amazing, or any other topic? We talked a little bit about the Signet Rings that I'm having a Signet Ring made, 18 karat gold, high-end Signet Ring. That's going to be a numbered series. I'm going to get number 1. We talked about the value of low number license plates on cars. This is a similar thing where the amount of clout you have is going to be determined by the number that's on the ring. That's going to determine the pecking order in the whole thing.
Of course, how could I forget BTC?
And of course, how could I forget BTC? Yes. Kyle's in the house. All of that and more, Rich. Yes, he did miss some things. He missed some things.
I have to watch it.
Somebody says Bitcoin's pumping. Jaden says Bitcoin's pumping.
Can we pull it up somewhere? I guess.
So, yeah. I think Craig said he purchased a Hoffman sub with Bitcoin. No, I haven't done that. Definitely, we will go to Hoffman's in October. So Bree's saying that Bitcoin is up to 47.8. Is that what it is right now? 47,800.
Like
yeah, the short-term thinkers are really concerned with these short-term movements, but we're looking at what it's going to be in 2025 and maybe 2030 and maybe 2050. What do you think the price is going to be in 2050? $1 million sub. It was funny. Somebody said that there are 50 million millionaires now. I don't know if that's the actual number. Maybe somebody can Google it.
50 million millionaires.
But somebody said there are 50 million millionaires. I guess that's worldwide. I don't know. But anyway, 50 million of them. Let's use that number.
Has to be. It's a lot of people.
And they said that when all is said and done, there's only going to be about 15 million Bitcoin in play, because a lot of Bitcoin have been lost. A lot of people have lost their Bitcoin. And there's only going to be 21 million. So you take off all the Bitcoin that are lost, and then you take out the Bitcoin that Michael Saylor owns and a couple other people with really strong hands own,
and
right?
Satoshi.
And that he had 1 million of them, million Bitcoin. Take out all those Bitcoin. Yeah, take out all those Bitcoin that are not in play. And they estimated there's only going to be about 15 million Bitcoin in play. And for those, the way they put it was, for those 50 million millionaires to fight over, right? They're all going to be trying to get some of that 15 million Bitcoin, right? So clearly there isn't enough for each of them to even have just one Bitcoin, right? They can't even have one whole Bitcoin. And you know they're going to be pissed. you know they're going to want to have at least one whole Bitcoin. So they're going to be fighting over the scraps, right?
Oh no.
They're going to be fighting over the scraps at the table. I think it's going to be good watching. It's going to be good watching, folks. Let's see. Is there anything more delicious than a Hoffman sub being stuffed in your mouth and the juices exploding? And has Bree had a Hoffman sub? Have you had a Hoffman sub?
Oh, I've had a lot of them. So good.
What's your favorite? We've only bought the cold cut
and the
roast beef. What's your favorite?
They're both good, but I have to say the roast beef.
You sure? Because I thought you liked the cold cut more. Cold cut is tastier. It's got a lot of salt.
Yeah.
It's tastier. But
I just
but
like
the
the
roast
meat.
beef is
I like the
really
meat.
good.
I like the meat.
It's definitely, neither one of them are health food, let's face it, but it's definitely healthier. That's very good meat that they put in that.
Yeah.
And nice hat Bree says no G. Yes. And Bree, should I tell the guys they haven't noticed? Should I tell them your secret?
What's one thing that I don't have right now?
Yeah. One thing that she doesn't have right now. What do you guys think? Let's see. Do they have a chicken or fish sandwich? I think probably chicken. Probably. I don't know about fish. I'm not sure if they have that or not. Triforce Rich in the house. Someone needs to save Hoffman's. Craig, set up and accept BTC and turn it into a tourist destination. Well, here's the problem is, you know, it's a lot of work to run that place. And the guy that has been running it for many, many years, unfortunately, he has cancer. And he's still working, by the way. He works a lot of times with a oxygen thing on. I mean, you talk about a trooper, right? But his daughter really doesn't want to continue the business. Her daughter doesn't really want to continue the business. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work. I don't know who I'm going to get to continue the Frederick.com business unless you do it, because people don't want to work anymore. If you notice that, they just don't want to work.
Right.
And I enjoy what I do. It's not like I'm killing myself. Do I kill myself?
No,
I don't really kill myself. But I just, I don't see the interest. People aren't knocking down my door saying, hey, can I help you out? Can I work? Because there's plenty of work to do. There's businesses out there that can sign up. By the way, at another dentist place, contact me. They might be signing up.
That's cool.
They're going to let me know on Monday.
Cool.
So we might be able to get some free dental work for you.
Yeah, I want to get my wisdom teeth taken out.
Yeah, you got to get that done.
They keep hurting.
The whitening and some other stuff done. Yeah.
Yep.
And somebody said
different
necklace.
Yeah, I've actually never worn it before.
Yeah, and that's a
Bitcoin. First time.
That's a Bitcoin necklace.
Bitcoin.
Yeah. And then somebody else got it. Where's my gold stunner? Where is it, Bree? What happened?
I didn't bring it.
She forgot it. She forgot it. She left in a hurry. She was so anxious to get here and get to work that she ran out the door in too much of a hurry.
It's so secure, I just forget.
She put it somewhere so secure she doesn't even know where it is. No, she'll bring it next time. But she forgot it. Did Bree finally get engaged? Did a millionaire billionaire step up?
I wish, but
not yet. Bree's still available.
Yeah.
And hey, there's 21 million Bitcoin, but there's only one Bree, so she's even more rare
than Bitcoin.
I think Blue figured it out.
Yep.
Noji. Bree, is that your shirt you're wearing for sale?
Looks legit. I could sell shirts.
Would you sell that one? That's one of the few you have that's actually purple. It's your color.
This is actually the only one that has Bitcoin and BriFitDance.
So it has Bitcoin and BriFitDance in purple.
But I wanna sell shirts.
She would sell that one autographed for 0.01 Bitcoin.
0.01 Bitcoin.
Autographed for 0.01 Bitcoin. You guys,
could we put that on the website?
You guys would have something really special. Let's just offer that to our special viewers here. It's a special thing. You'll autograph it, 0.01 Bitcoin. That's a heck of a deal. Let's see. Maybe Bree sent it back to me. Should I expect a package? Yeah, you better wait by the mailbox. Glasses. Yeah, she's wearing her glasses. Absolutely. But that wasn't it. Yeah. Craig, I think you buy Hoffman's out. Offer a hot fish or cold meat sandwich. Bree can work managing any cash station. I don't think Bree wants to work in the Hoffman's market.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think that's her dream.
Yeah.
Craig, I think you should set me up with Bree Blue.
Is he a
Well,
Bitcoiner and
I can, as long as you've got the Bitcoin, yeah, as long as you're strapped with Bitcoin and so forth, then we can negotiate something. Absolutely. We start with a near flawless, because no diamond is flawless, but a near flawless 1 carat diamond. I don't believe in a ring bigger than a carat. I think it's tacky. I think a 1 carat diamond ring with a gold 18 karat yellow gold band, but the actual setting itself has to be platinum to hold that diamond in so you don't lose it. You need the stronger. So platinum and gold, and that'll be a starting point. That'll be a starting point. And then we can go from there. Jaden's in the house. Get the wisdom teeth out. I waited too long and it broke a tooth in half. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, she's got to get that done. She's got to get that done. Absolutely. Send a stunning Oris. Okay, let's pull that up. Triforce Rich. Craig, if you found out you had a biological son, would you reach out and offer Frederick.com to him? Only if he could handle it. It doesn't have to be a son at this point. It can be anybody that can get the job done. I would do a deal with somebody where we could do just a revenue share and they could work their way towards full ownership. You know, let's say they can keep the business going for 20 years, right? We do a revenue share and we can slowly roll the ownership over to them. Now, if they've got cash where they want to step up and just buy the business outright, but very few people have, I wouldn't sell it for less than, $1 million. So most people don't have $1 million cash, right? So I could have somebody work their way into full ownership, do a revenue share thing where we split the revenue and they work their way towards full ownership. I would absolutely do that for the right individual because I would like to see it continue. I'm close to retirement age. I would like it to continue and to prosper. I would like it to totally dominate the footprint, which it could absolutely do. Blue says, I'm strapped with 100 Bitcoin. That's close enough. That's probabably adequate. If we can confirm, that's not enough.
No, it's plenty enough.
It's plenty. Okay. If we can confirm 100 Bitcoin, I think we're in the ballpark negotiations wise here.
Okay.
I can offer $50 for that GS hat. Oh, come on. We can get one. Come on. We can get you one.
Maybe Steve can give it to him.
They have to be gettable. I mean, this is ridiculous that Steve doesn't have these hats.
Yeah. Should be free.
Would you sell it for $50?
Sure.
Yeah, so she'd sell it for $50 if you really want it for that. But that's ridiculous to have to pay that much.
Yeah, Steve should have one available.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Why not get a gemstone that is actually precious and rare? Would Bree consider that or only diamonds? For her engagement ring, I think tradition says it should be like a 1 carat diamond, but maybe, is there a gemstone that's purple?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's the, amethyst?
Okay, but that's really not that valuable though, right?
No.
Yeah. I think the gemstones that are valuable are like red, green,
right.
That type of thing. What is this he wanted to show? What was that?
Let me just see here. Is that the amethyst?
Okay, so
amethyst.
Blue, be careful.
But it's not as valuable.
Yeah, so yeah.
Maybe engagement ring. Oh, it is a thing. They actually make it. There's a gold one.
Well, yeah, they do, but they're not as valuable as yeah, well, you could get something like that with diamonds around it. You could get something like that. That might be kind of cool. I wonder how durable they are, though. Because, see, one of the claims to fame of a diamond is they're very durable. They don't chip easily, right?
Yeah, there was an
I'm
email.
lying, but hey, if that's what it takes to meet lovely Bree, lol.
He's
So he doesn't
lying.
really have 100 Bitcoin. Oh boy. What is this we're showing?
This Buser sent
Oh, the bug out
two
vehicle.
things.
That's a bug out vehicle. Okay. He converted the Prius into a house. That's wild.
It's kind of cool.
That's kind of wild. Okay. If you need help in around 5 years, I might consider coming to help inherit your empire and expand. You'll be Julius Caesar, Frederick, and I'll be Augustus. Yeah, but here's the problem. I don't think I think it has to happen before 5 years. I'm going to be retiring in a couple of years, not 5 years. Here's the Orus. That looks pretty cool. Let me take this comment off so we can see it. I kind of like that. I like the lug shape. I like that bezel. I like the bracelet. It's a little busier than I would normally want, but the hands do pop. They
Yep.
pop. So, yeah, and a signed crown. I like it. Who came up with this one?
This is Lance.
Lance. He always comes up with some nice pieces. What's the price on this one? Wow.
$6.95. Is that British?
That is
GB?
cool. Pounds, I guess. Yeah. That is cool. Okay, so Kyle Jett says they're all gone. The GS hats are not being made anymore from what I've heard. Mine turned purple in the sunlight here in California. Well, see, that's the problem, though. If you get this one, it'll discolor too.
Right.
That's the problem. They've got to make more. That's absolutely ridiculous that they're not making more hats. And let's see. Blue wants to take Bree for a test drive, even though he knows he cannot afford the car. Yeah, good luck with that. No test drives.
Has to be his own car.
No test drives. Craig, please don't donate anything to charity. They're all crooked. Yeah, well, a lot of them are. Absolutely, a lot of them are. Craig, let me take over the website. I want out of here anyway.
Of where?
California?
I mean,
if Kyle could do it, see, here's the thing. We had that guy, what was his name? The guy that came, darn, how come I can't remember his name now? You guys probably remember his name. The young guy that out of the military that came, Sam, that was his name. I had high hopes for Sam. I bought him some clothes. I got him all outfitted. He went out.
When was this?
This was it 2 years ago? I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't that long ago.
So he actually came here?
Yeah, he actually relocated here. He had an RV and he was living in an RV place down in Frederick. He took his RV and he came here in like January when it was like freezing cold in his RV. But he was a total disaster. He couldn't sell his way out of a wet paper bag. He couldn't close any deals. He went out and he canvassed. He went out and talked to businesses in downtown Frederick. He tried his best to get some new sponsors. He couldn't do anything right. He couldn't do anything right. It was really disappointing. And so
well, that's not his,
he just
his
couldn't
thing.
handle it. And he also had PSD. He had a twitch type of thing, right? He had PTSD.
Yes.
So he had a thing going on. But that was a disaster. And so, but I think Kyle probably could do it because Kyle's a smart guy.
I think so.
And especially if
Leslie.
If Leslie would help him out also, if they could work as a team, I think they could be very creative with it. I think they could make something really interesting out of it. But yeah, can I borrow Craig's car? Which car? Let's see. That's around 961 USD. It's also 36 millimeters. Yeah, the Orus. Yeah, the Orus. Not a bad find. I'm like Trashy Larry. I don't have a car. Okay. I have a Nash Healy. Is that okay for me? No, I think we'll pass on the Nash Healy. I think Larry has a car, just no home. Okay. Craig, it seems like
That's
several
bad.
wrench gangers are eyeing to take over your throne. How do you decide who to succeed you? Does Bree come included? And no, Bree is not included. The Frederick.com thing is a separate thing. It's obviously not the entire estate, if you will, right? It's one element. And we definitely need somebody to take that and run with it because I think it has huge potential. And I'm not a young gun anymore. I'm, fat and happy. I'm not going out hustling, beating the bushes. There's thousands of businesses out there that nobody's even talked to about Frederick.com and about what we do. So there's a huge opportunity for the right person to have some fun with it and make some money. Absolutely there is. Ain't got no home. Yeah. That is a cool song. Yes. I want to take over Craig's empire. Blue in the house. Leslie is ready to go too. Well, there you go. Talk to her. Talk to her. You mean that push-up guy?
Oh, the one who. Oh, Sam.
Sam, yeah, but was
good?
he the push-up guy? No, he wasn't the push-up guy. I don't
Who was the
think.
push-up guy?
Yeah, you guys remember Sam? We did a live show with him. You guys remember? Kyle can close. I've seen it. If it wasn't for Leslie, he'd be closing more women than Casanova. There you go. Yeah, you can't upgrade from Leslie. He's already at the top there. So get out of California if you can, Jaden says in the house. And Kyle's laughing out loud. I will, Jaden, if I can. Let's see.
Think you should adopt.
Think you should adopt Lance and trade him so that when the time comes, he'd be ready to hit the ground running. I think Lance is on a different path. I think first of all,
watches more.
Yeah, and first of all, he's independently wealthy. Let's face it, he comes from a very wealthy family there in Connecticut.
Got his own
and
path.
So yeah, he's probably going to be a medical doctor or something. I mean, he's like
genius.
Yeah, he's a genius. Not that Kyle isn't, but Kyle impresses me of more of the entrepreneur.
Yeah.
The entrepreneur that
Yeah,
get
me
out there, make things happen, make deals. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I can see Kyle now.
Street smart.
He would have like a whole bunch of new restaurants signed up on the site, and he'd have a 50-50 trade deal with them where he and Leslie could eat dinner there and do a partial trade out, and he'd be like, doing little live streaming clips from there and saying how exciting it is. I mean, I can see them doing a whole lot of real creative stuff with Frederick.com. I can absolutely see that. Let's see. We didn't read this one. If I was behind the counter at the GS boutique, Carlos would be wearing the 002 right now. Yeah, probably would be. And it would be a step up for Carlos. Yes. Kyle is going to buy Hoffman's Market and move from California. Yeah, I think he can do a lot better than just running Hoffman's Market. What if Leslie is top
Wait,
of...
so if Leslie is the top of the mountain, does that mean she is higher up than Bree, or are they joint peaks?
Well, I mean, as far as Kyle goes, I mean,
he's at top.
Yeah,
she's already like there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, they're a perfect fit. So yeah, why would you try to upgrade from that? It would be like me trying to upgrade from the 002, right? How am I going to possibly upgrade from that? I mean, think about it. Think about it. Where do you go? What do you do? There's no up from there, right? So that's what we're dealing with here. Kyle Jet, I believe it. Okay. And let's see here. Kyle can hire Trashy Larry to mop up the floors. Kyle is going to turn Hoffman's into a luxurious chain restaurant. There you go. In 10 years, Subway and Quiznos will be dust. Hoffman's will be in every major city in the world. There you go. I'll tell you that roast beef. But see, he cooks the roast beef. He slow cooks it there. He picks out the roast beef, and then he goes through a whole rigmarole. I mean, it's not something that's easily scalable, to multiple locations.
Wow.
And let's see. I thought Lance's dad was working with Larry. Okay. Well, I forgot about Quiznos. Okay. All right. So I think we're going to wrap it up. I'm getting hungry. And are there any tabs there that we didn't show? Anything we didn't talk about?
We show
And
this
and let me know in the chat. Is
thread.
anybody seriously interested in one of the numbered signet rings? And I think, by the way, it's going to come in at less money than we thought. The quote that Steve had was $1,500, and of course that includes his markup and everything, right? Okay. So I think we're going to be able to come in closer to $1,000. And so I think this is going to be a heck of a deal when all is said and done. Now, the one I'm buying is going to cost more than that because I have to pay for the initial design and all. There's some initial costs of setting up to do this that I'm rolling into the first ring, and the subsequent rings are going to be less. So don't hold me to that, but I think we're going to be closer to the $1,000 range than the $1,500 range, and it is going to be a stunner. This ring is going to be a stunner. So let me know in the chat if anybody, if there is any interest from people that are watching. Just, I mean, you don't have to commit to anything now, but just let me know if there's any interest. Were we going to show this?
Yeah, that
Okay,
Bitcoin is
let's
not
show
an
that.
investment.
Okay.
So this follower on Twitter
Following you.
replied that Bitcoin is not an investment.
Yep. And then you replied.
And I replied, to those who invest in it, it sure is an investment. Keep in mind, everyone has a different definition of investments. Some even consider it a Rolex an investment. Clearly, those who bought Bitcoin years ago were taking a risk and in many cases expected a return for that risk. Seems to me if somebody's expecting a return on capital, that can be considered an investment, don't you think? According to dictionary.com, the definition of investment is the investing of money or capital in order to gain profitable returns as interest, income, or appreciation in value. And I added the link to the definition. And then he replied, an investment has risks. Bitcoin has no risk.
Yeah.
I agree that Bitcoin is a good plan, but there are a lot of folks that don't understand. Hopefully they will join with us sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I mean, and like we said earlier, the beauty of Bitcoin is people can join at whatever price point they want. They can wait for the price to be considerably higher and join, or they can buy now. I mean, just the longer you wait, the more money you're probably going to have to pay. I mean, even if you buy it on a dip, like I bought it on the dip the other day, but the dip was like $43,000. It was still $43,000 that I paid, right, for that Bitcoin I bought. What's it up to now? Refresh the screen there. Let's see what it's doing. Had a little pump there.
47.8.
Had a little pump. So we're at 47.6. 47.6, so a little bit of a pump there. So much for the government cracking down on Bitcoin. I think it's funny. I think it's really funny. Okay, so we're going to get caught up on the comments and we got to get out of here.
Yep.
Can't go yet, says Derek. I'm interested in a silver one, assuming we can customize the size. Triforce Rich. Okay, I got to find out from him, of course, with the size, it's going to fit. Of course, it's going to fit. Oh, you mean the actual like diameter of it or whatever? I got to find out from him what he would charge to make the same ring in silver. I haven't had that discussion yet, but I can certainly have that discussion with him and see what the deal is on that. But I think they're all going to be about this size as far as the top of it. This is about a ½ inch across. And it's see, I wanted a size that was big enough that has a little bit of impact, but at the same time, small enough so that it's comfortable to wear all the time. I wanted something that would be comfortable. You wear a ring that's too big, like these big class rings that sometimes people wear. It's just cumbersome. It's not comfortable. I don't care what anybody says. So I wanted something that was big enough to make a little bit of a statement. I don't want it to look like a woman's ring on your hand, right? But small enough so it'll be comfortable to wear, if that makes any sense. Because on this channel, we're all about actually wearing the things that we buy, not just buying them and having them in a box somewhere. So we'll find out if they're going to be available in silver. I know they're going to be available in white gold and yellow gold, but we'll find out about the silver deal. Please continue the show.
Another one's
hey, Bree,
sparked
you
my
sparked my
interest
interest in
in
crypto. Thank you for being
awesome.
Oh, good.
That's awesome.
Emily
Thank
in the
you.
house.
Thank you.
Revolution is greater than investment, says Matt. All right, there you go.
Sure.
But it's a peaceful revolution. It's a peaceful, no shots fired revolution. Did you ever think that Michael Saylor may be a double agent and plans to profiteer and tank BTC? He's definitely a profiteer. He's definitely making a lot of money on his Bitcoin investment. But no, I think he's for real. I think the guy's for real. And actually, I have a personal friend that knows him, that's known him for many years.
And I've actually messaged him, and he's actually read my messages. He just doesn't reply.
Yeah. So I think he's a real. I think he's the real deal. I think he's sincere, and I think he really believes in what Bitcoin is all about. And I think
so
he's
too.
I think he believes in freedom. Craig, would you rather babysit a pet chimpanzee or tiger? If they're both babies, probably the tiger. But yeah,
Tiger.
Once they grow up, both of them can be very nasty.
Go get them, Tiger.
Derek, we can't end yet. Craig, would you wear a titanium Tudor? All right, let's play this thing. Let's play this thing here. Let's play this thing here. This is the Tudor situation.
It looks like somebody's nightmare. It looks like somebody's nightmare.
So there you go. It looks like somebody's nightmare. That's how that works.
What about the other one?
We won't play that one, right? You want to play the other one? All right, let's play the other one. Here's about the Tudor.
It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
So there you go. Okay. Will there be many rings available in platinum? Any rings available in platinum? Yes, I think he'll be able to make it out of platinum, but I don't have a price yet on the platinum. My exotic pets are all looked after by my private staff. I'm very wealthy. Own many zebras, tigers. Okay. All right. Will there be any rings available in rhodium? I don't even know what rhodium is. Maybe. Craig, what do you think about what's happening in Afghanistan? How should we handle this situation? I think that we shouldn't have been in there for the last 20 years. I think it was stupid, but I think the military-industrial complex, they like to make their money. They like to build bombs and planes and so on. Bitcoin will fix all this. Bitcoin will fix all this. We're going to defund all these people. They're not going to have money to play around with. They do harm when they have a bunch of money to play around with. Is Michael Saylor a subscriber to Bree's OnlyFans?
Don't think so.
No. Okay. I had a Tudor. Steve won't even trade me a G-Shock for it. Okay, I gotcha. Father, remember when that chimp went crazy and bit in the balls? Poor Alan can't walk straight. That's terrible. I have a confession. I got Tudor Black Bay Burgundy and love it. Jaden bought a Tudor? Oh my gosh. Oh jeez.
Kind of want to see a picture.
It's like these people buying altcoins, you know?
Oh yeah.
They go out and they buy altcoins for God knows what reason.
They'll get burned.
All right, we're gonna wrap this puppy up, folks. Wrap it up. It's been a good one. Thanks for tuning in. And it didn't we didn't have a lot of people say that they want the rings.
Oh, I didn't show my outfit.
Let's show your outfit. Let me pull the chair out. going to show your outfit. And somebody said the monkey was acting in self-defense. Derek says, Jaden, please call in. We can't. And Derek says we can't end. All right, here we go. Here's Bree's outfit.
So yeah.
There's Bree's outfit. What do you guys think? And Kyle wants the ring in silver. Okay. All right. We're going to have a silver run, a run of silver. And we'll get down to the numbers that you guys want. Ring number 1 is taken. So let's do it this way. Let's have it first come, first grab as far as the numbers. Email me the number that you want, and I'll start a list of the numbers so that everybody can hopefully get the number that they want. And Jaden says he has a GS on. He has a GS on. Well, at least there's that. But yeah, let's get that tutor sold while you can, while there's still some hype around them. Let's get that puppy. Let's get that puppy sold. All right, Bree, BriFitDance.com, right?
BriFitDance.com. Can we show
BriFitDance? Yeah, let's show it.
YouTube?
Let's show it. Let's see. We go like this, and that's it. That's her. That's her YouTube channel, BriFitDance on YouTube. BriFitDance on YouTube. That's pretty cool. I say that's pretty cool. All right.
All I need is a rapper name.
Well, BriFitDance can be a rapper.
No, but that's my brand. I don't want my brand to be my rapper name.
Why not? It can't be the same.
It just doesn't sound like a rapper name. Like,
well,
I feel like it should be BRI. BRI.
I mean, Google doesn't sound like a search engine either, but it just became one that they build the brand, and you build the brand into whatever you want, right?
I mean, I'm already an artist on iTunes and on like Spotify and stuff, and it's BriFitDance.
Yeah,
so
I think that's because you can dance and rap at the same time.
I can.
Right?
That's what I do with the altcoin videos.
And so, what's this comment here?
Young GS Bree.
Oh, and also if you send,
it's a good one.
Okay, Kyle sent an email. Okay. Also, when we get closer, we'll talk about sizes and all that stuff. We don't need to talk about that right now. So, all right, let's.
They just don't want the show to.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. And looks like there's an event coming up at Adventure Park.
Adventure Park.
Cool. What is the event?
It's a breakfast. Power Princess breakfast.
There you go.
September 25th.
All right.
That's going to be in the fall. Wait, so Kyle sent something? Oh, I see.
Yeah, we'll worry about that. We'll worry about that later.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we'll start a list. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. This is the end.
See ya. Thank you.